Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity report, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. Now it's official. Google searches for the phrase how to trade gold. They're now at the highest level since 2011. Now this comes as no surprise considering that the current macroeconomic backdrop that is fueling a perfect storm for gold, firmly positioning the yellow metal as the world's number one Trump trader of 2025. At the beginning of the year, analysts at the Gold and Silver Club, they officially dubbed 2025 the year of gold, and now we're seeing exactly why. Fast forward to the present day, it's fair to say that gold is not just having a great year, but is having an incredible year, as the world's favorite precious metal is now having its best start to the year ever in history. Since President Trump's inauguration in January, gold prices have been on a parabolic run, climbing more than $300 within the president's first 50 days back in office to score all new record highs, not once, not twice, but on 15 separate occasions. Yes, you heard that correctly. Gold has set new record highs 15 times within the last 50 days alone. Gold has outperformed every other major asset class since President Trump's inauguration, including Wall Street's benchmark S&P 500, the Magnificent Seven stocks, and Bitcoin, which have now all entered into correction territory. Capital rotation from high-risk assets to gold, it's gaining unstoppable momentum in a big way, which cannot be underplayed. This is guaranteed to provide rocket fuel for gold's bull market for the months to come. Last week, gold prices skyrocketed to new record highs of $3,005 per ounce, surpassing the precious metal's previous high of $2,989. The yellow metal is now up 14% since the beginning of the year, but even more remarkably, gold prices have now chalked up a whopping gain of more than 50% from this time a year ago. Gold's record-breaking run since President Trump's inauguration, that has been nothing short of impressive. Never before in history have we seen the precious metals score multiple all-time record highs in such a short period of time. The big question now is how high will gold prices go this year? Only time will tell. However, one thing we do know for certain is that for savvy traders, they're not waiting around to find out. Right now, the precious metal is being driven by a multitude of bullish tailwinds. This could rapidly send gold prices towards $4,000 per ounce and beyond. These include President Donald Trump's tariffs, which threaten to ignite a new era of trade wars and global uncertainty. Historically, there has always been a positive correlation between tariffs and gold prices moving higher. The longer that tariffs go on, the more this is going to disrupt global trade and fuel inflation. And that's ultra bullish for gold. Central banks around the world, they continue to accumulate gold at a record-setting pace as they aggressively diversify away from the US dollar. Proprietary data tracked by our research team that shows that central banks have bought more than 1,000 tons of gold last year for the third consecutive year in a row. That trend is expected to accelerate into 2025 as central banks continue to turn to gold as a hedge against inflation, currency instability, and geopolitical risks. And it's not just central banks. Right now, the world is experiencing a run on physical gold like we've never seen before. Interestingly, the US is leading the pack and gobbling up vast quantities of available gold, which ultimately lead to a shortage and drive gold prices higher. Since President Trump's inauguration, traders and financial institutions, they have been amassing stockpiles of gold on COMEX, the New York Commodity Exchange. In return, America's new gold rush that has drained commercial vaults in London, Switzerland, and Singapore. Now, let's not forget ballooning global debt, uncontrollable government borrowing, which currently sits at a record 315 trillion. This in itself, it's yet another major catalyst fueling a global rush for gold, making allocation for precious metals in a diversified portfolio an essential necessity. Over in the United States, the Congressional Budget Office, they forecast US debt to GDP ratio that would exceed 150% by 2034. In other words, that will slingshot the nation's debt to the highest level in US history. Interestingly, there's a strong correlation between US debt and gold prices. conclusive evidence that shows that during the period the US national debt ballooned from $5 trillion to $36 trillion, gold prices have risen by 10x since 2000. That's a staggering gain of over 826% since the beginning of the century. And last but definitely not least, it's the deglobalization movement, which has officially entered a new phase of expectations on incoming trade wars, tit-for-tat tariffs, and protectionist policies, forcing countries around the globe to prioritize their national interest over the global good. This is one of the most inflationary factors of all that is going to keep gold demand elevated and continue to drive prices a lot higher from the current levels. Gold is not the only precious metal delivering massive returns right now. Silver has been on a huge run over the past year, rallying from just under $20 an ounce to rocket above $34 an ounce, hitting its highest level in more than 12 years. Last time silver prices broke above $34 an ounce, the precious metal went on to trade to $50 an ounce the very same year. Whichever way you look at it, one thing is clear: the macroeconomic backdrop for precious metals, it is looking more bullish than ever before. It certainly won't take much for prices to move significantly higher in this current economic environment. That's welcoming news for the bulls, but painful for anyone sitting on the sidelines who must now decide how much FOMO they can handle. Extraordinary times, they do create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, as traders, we are living in some of the most exciting and rewarding times ever. A number of the world's largest commodity trading firms, they have declared making multi-billions of dollars in profits from metals, and we're still only in the first quarter of 2025. In fact, with everything that is currently unfolding on the global macro front, 2025, it is now officially on track to be one of the Gold and Silver Club's biggest and most profitable in our 15-year history. Our clients have already made in excess of 6, 7, 8-figure returns so far this year, and we're only in March. It's times like these that make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. Right now, you have an opportunity to make 2025 your biggest and best yet, which, based on our research, it is going to be another blockbuster year due to all the macroeconomic events that are currently unfolding. Definitely do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months from now. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which we have transparently documented through our weekly videos. If you're trading at 1 lot, that's $100,000. If you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. As you can see from our testimonials, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They have already made in excess of 6, 7, 8-figure returns, and we're not even a quarter of the way through the year. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading opportunities so far this year, but you still want to make 2025 your best ever, go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com now to learn how our mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Investing in yourself, it is the best investment you'll ever make. Make investing in yourself a priority because nobody else is going to do that for you. So with that, let's move over to the charts. We'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we head into a new week. So firstly, gold, as mentioned last week on Friday's report, we have finally hit one of our profit targets here on gold, banking 10,000 points profit with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club. It has been an absolutely immense trade, banking at that 3,000 level, which we have been discussing for you for a long time here on the week ahead commodity report. So finally, we have hit $3,000 per ounce. Profits banked, locked in, a monumental historic trade, 10,000 points locked in on a single trade for 10 to 1 on this position. Now, furthermore, we also took the opportunity last week on silver to bank 1,000 points at 33 US dollars per ounce. Alongside that, we banked multiple 500-point trades here on palladium, where we'd stacked half a dozen positions here at the swing lows. Lovely move last week, over a 6% breakout so far for the month of March on palladium. This worked out extremely well. We telegraphed and talked you through that massive opportunity when we broke back down towards the price swing lows. Right now, every single palladium trade in the portfolio remains in profit. The game plan here is the same. If we continue to break out, especially if we can get above $1,000 per ounce or higher, then very simply we'll start banking more than 1,000 points from our lowest trades here that we've entered into at the swing lows, which came in right at the end of February. If we were to see a rotation here back down towards these swing lows again, rinse and repeat, I would be looking to reload the position, aiming for best possible price. Platinum, we also took the opportunity to bank 5 out of our 6 trades on this market last week, so locking in 1,000 points per trade there. So we banked over 5,000 points last week on Platinum. This was also an immense trade. Combined with the silver trade last week and the palladium trades and the gold trades there, we essentially banked almost 20,000 points last week on the metals, which was absolutely insane. This is locked in for all of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, one of the biggest weeks in history, an absolutely monumental event last week with gold breaking out to 3,000 US dollars per ounce. So I congratulate everyone if you also caught these moves across platinum, palladium, gold, and silver. Last week was absolutely huge. So with that, where we are right now, we've got platinum trading at 1,013 US dollars per ounce. We're still keeping a little bit of exposure here, just in case we can make a run up towards the price swing highs. Very simply, I'd look to scale out, bank more profit if that was to occur. Equally, I'm a buyer here if we were to come back down towards the lower end of the range yet again, as close as possible back towards 900 US dollars per ounce. Then let's move it over here to WTI crude oil. As discussed previously, we are a buyer. We've continued to stack trades on WTI crude oil over the last couple of weeks here, essentially getting in as low as possible on the selling pressure to the downside, coming back towards the price swing lows here. The best trade that we got on previously was 65.55. We banked that trade. We reloaded again down at the 66.50 zone in terms of our lowest trades. We've continued to stack though as the prices continue to decline here. And essentially, I'm looking for higher prices on oil between now towards the end of the month. And as we also go into the month of April, you can take the lead here from other energies like gasoline, Brent crude oil, and also heating oil. All of them are breaking out at the moment to kick off the week here as we transition into quad witching and as we go towards the end of March and into April as well. So absolutely do like crude oil here. Sentiment for this market is in the toilet right now. We're seeing that very clearly. We've been a buyer over the last couple of weeks as we discussed with you, and you can see the rest is history. Oil did get a bid despite most of the market being very bearish. Hedge funds and money managers massively short this market. Seen a nice little squeeze over the last few days. I'm expecting higher prices transitioning right the way through into April for crude oil. And of course, whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions. Most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, and cutting edge artificial intelligence insights to make confident decisions with accuracy and precision. There's a huge gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis, gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of the bottom 99% into the top 1% who are actually crushing it, making 6, 7, 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, artificial intelligence-driven approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort. You'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change your results, you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive, data-driven, artificial intelligence-powered approach that is never taught to retail traders, only reserved for professional traders in the banks, hedge funds, with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds, where they're buying and selling in real time, further compound that with the key liquidity zones, so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision, further compound that with the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations, then you need to join our mentorship program. Right now, we're in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation the world has seen. if you want to successfully capitalize on these huge money making opportunities, build significant life changing wealth, there's no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, you have to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time, it is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders, take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private members academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below the report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application. We will get in touch ASAP.